Okay, so first of all, we are going to open the program that we will use in our classes. The program is called Anaconda. So you have to look for the program. So it means you have to write Anaconda, and the program that we are going to open is this Anaconda Navigator. No Anaconda prompt, but Anaconda Navigator. Okay, so click on Anaconda Navigator. So if you see some windows will open, okay, and then they will close, okay, so we have to wait like this, okay, and then the window close, okay. You have to wait a little bit, so the program is going to take like 1 minute, 1 minute and a half, okay. So we have to wait a little bit. You will see this that it says initializing, so it means that the program is beginning to open, okay. And once the program has opened like this, we have to launch the specific program that we are going to work with, and it's called Spider. This, okay. We launch this program, click here in launch, and again it will take a little bit, like 1 minute or 1 minute and a half, okay. So again you have to wait a little bit. Don't click again on launch, okay, because if you do it, you will open another instance of the program and it's going to take more time, okay. Just wait a little bit, okay. The program Anaconda is something called IDE. So IDE means integrated development environment. Okay, Anaconda is that, an integrated development environment in which we are going to work with Python, okay. Please guys, take some notes on your notebooks, okay. Notes like this, like what is an IDE and some things, okay. Use your notebook to take some notes. Okay, so now the program is here, Python, okay. So when you open the program, there are two important things here in the interface, okay. In the graphical interface, there are two important things. One of the things is this space. This space is called text editor, okay. That space is called text editor, okay. The text editor is the space in which you are going to write the code, the instructions of the algorithm of the program here. And here this is called terminal, okay, or console, okay. It's called terminal or console, okay, terminal or console, okay. Here is the place where we are going to test our algorithm, okay. So let's begin with the first exercise. First of all, you have to save your file, okay, like in Word, in PowerPoint, whatever. How to save your file? Click here in Archivo or File, and then Save As. Here is guardar como, Save As, and you can save it whatever place. For example, I'm going to save it in desktop, okay. Here I'm going to put, the name is gonna be exercise 1, okay, and important that you put py, okay, this py at the end of the file. Py means that is a Python file, okay, py, exercise1.py. Which place? Whatever, in escritorio, in desktop, my documents, whatever, it doesn't matter. Guardar. So you will see here, okay, that is saved, it's saved in desktop exercise 1, okay. So first of all, we are going to write in our algorithm something called comments. Okay, this comment. Okay, how to write comments in Python with hashtag, with the symbol hashtag. Okay, we are going to write what the algorithm is about. So this algorithm does the addition of two numbers. Okay, this algorithm does the addition of two numbers. Okay, so let's talk about comments. Okay, let's talk about comments. So what are the functions of a comment? Functions of a comment. So a comment has three functions, or you can write a comment in order to do three different things. Like what? First, again guys, please write this in your notebook. Okay, so first you use a comment in order to describe what your algorithm is about. So what does it mean? Okay, you put the comment with hashtag at the beginning of the algorithm and you use it in order to describe it. This algorithm does this and that, etc., etc. Second, you can use a comment in order to explain what an instruction does or means. Okay, so what does it mean? For example, here you have a formula. Area is gonna be width times height, and you put the comment, the hashtag, next to the instruction, and it says, okay, this is the formula or area of a rectangle. Okay, so when you have a complex algorithm, sometimes you need to explain certain instructions, so you use the comment to do that. And finally, you use a comment to disable, deshabilitar, disable an instruction. For instance, you have an algorithm and you have like 100 lines of code, and you think that one of the lines is causing problems, is causing troubles in your algorithm. So you say, okay, maybe it's this line. So I'm going to disable the line in order to see if my algorithm works or not. Okay, so you disable the line, the instruction. How? Put the comment at the beginning of the instruction. When you do this, Python understands that this is not an instruction but a comment, so Python will jump this instruction. Okay, so let's continue with our exercise. We say, okay, we are going to do the addition of two numbers. Okay, the addition of two numbers. So what does it mean? That we need the first number, second number, we need to do the addition, and we need to show the result. Okay, so remember that we need variables in order to store the values. Okay, so we are going to write, first variable is gonna be text1, and we are going to use a function in order to ask for information. If you remember flowcharts, you use data, remember the trapezoid, data, in order to ask for information. Here we are not working with flowcharts, we are working with code. So what is the function in Python in order to ask for information? It's called input. Okay, and input, parentheses, and quotation marks. In this case I am using double quotation marks, and your message. Please give me the first number, colons and space. Okay, colons and space. Okay, something about variables, or about the names of the variables. So, rules for naming variables. ¿Cuáles son las reglas que debes usar cuando vas a nombrar tu variable, cuando vas a llamar a la variable? First, okay, first, you cannot leave spaces in the name of the variable. So it is not allowed, it is prohibited to write a variable like text space 1. Okay, you have to put together text 1, not text space 1. You cannot leave spaces. Second, you cannot write numbers at the beginning of the name of the variable. So you cannot have something like 1 text. You can have numbers at the end, but not at the beginning. And finally, you cannot add symbols to the name of the variable, except the underscore, la rayita abajo. Okay, you cannot write something like text interrogation mark. This symbol is not allowed. You can write text underscore 1. Okay, so these are the rules for naming, para nombrar, for naming variables. Okay, let's continue. So, but maybe you ask yourself, okay, but why text 1 if we are talking about numbers? Why text 1 and not number 1, for example? Okay, so let's see something about the command or the function input. Let's see something about this. So, first of all, in order to ask for data, for information, you need to use the function input. What is the syntax? Okay, so syntax means what is the way that you need or that you have to write a function. Okay, for example, what is the syntax of a sentence in Spanish? Subject, verb, plus complement. Juanito corrió hasta el parque. Subject, verb, plus complement. That is the syntax. It means what is the order, what is the way to write a sentence in Spanish. Here, what is the syntax of writing the function input in Python? Is input, parentheses, quotation marks, the message, close quotation marks, close parentheses. Okay? Second, what is the problem with input in Python? When you use the function input, the value that is provided by the user, for example, you say, okay, please give me a number, and the user writes 5. The number is taken as text or a string. Is stored as string. What does it mean? It means that, for example, the user writes 5, but the computer is going to take the representation of 5 as a string. For example, AWF001BC. Python is not going to take the number 5. Why? Because that happens with the command input in Python. It's like a, I don't know, like a little problem. So it means that you need to convert what is in the variable, for example, text1, into a number. Okay? That is the reason we call our variable text1. Why? Because what the user writes is going to be taken as a string, as text. So we say that, okay, you need to convert the text, the string, into the corresponding number, for example 5 or for example 4, whatever. So we are going to use another variable, number 1. Number 1 is going to be what? The conversion of your variable. Okay, so what does it mean int? Okay, it says you need to use the function int variable in order to convert a string to a corresponding number. And int means integer, entero. Estamos convirtiendo este string en el correspondiente entero. ¿Cuál? El 5, por ejemplo. O el número dado por el usuario. Okay, so int parenthesis variable is the what? The syntax of the function int. pay attention to something. Variable is without quotation marks. Variable is without quotation marks. If you see here, look, variable is without quotation marks, while messages with quotation marks. Now what? Okay, you need a second number. Okay, so instead of doing again, we are going just to copy. We select this and copy, or Control C, look, Control C, copy, and we are going to paste it. Control V. Obviously, we need to change the name of the variable. Is now text2. Is now, please give me the second number. Is now number 2. Is now text2. Okay? Something that you have to pay attention is this, guys. In Python, text1 is different from text1. What does it mean? That Python is sensitive with the capital. If you write your variable with capital letters, it's okay, but you have to keep the same name of the variable. If you write it with lowercase, you have to maintain or to keep the same name. Okay, for Python, text1 in capital letter is different from text1 in lowercase. Okay, for example, if I put this text, I'm going to have a mistake. Look, and it says when you move here, it says undefinite name text2. What does it mean? Python is telling you, I don't know what is text2 in capital letters, in lowercase, sorry. Why? Because you wrote it in capital letters. Maintain, keep the same name of your variable. Okay? So, we have the two numbers. Now what do we need? Well, we need to do the addition. So we need what? Another variable in which we are going to store our result. It's gonna be number 1 plus number 2. Okay, and that's it. Ask for information, do calculation, do the procedure, and finally what? Show the result. How to show results in Python? Print, the instruction print, parentheses, and message is gonna be between quotation marks. So the addition of the numbers is colons, comma, and addition. Okay, look, if you see these, they are in purple color. Why? This indicates that you are writing a function or a command in Python. Look, if I put this in capital letters, it is not anymore in purple color. So Python is telling you, okay, you made a mistake. And look, it says undefinite name print, so print. Okay, so print. To show the result of something, you have to use the function print. Pay attention that as I told you, is written in lowercase, and as we studied before, messages are between quotation marks and variables are without quotation marks. Okay, and you join messages and variables with commas. Message, variable, message, variable, message, variable with commas. Message between quotation marks, variable without quotation marks, message between quotation marks, variable without quotation marks, etc., etc. and you join again, you join message and variable with commas. So it means what? The syntax, the way that you have to write the syntax of the function print is print, parentheses, quotation marks, message, close quotation marks, comma, variable, comma, open quotation marks, message, close quotation marks, comma, variable, etc., etc. Here we just have just one message and one variable, but we can have something like this. The addition of the numbers, first number and second number, is the result. Okay, and that's it. We finish our exercise, our first exercise. What do we do, or what do we need to do now? We need to first save our exercise. If we see here, we see an asterisk. What does it mean? That you made some changes to your exercise and you haven't saved your exercise. So we need to save it here, save it, and then test it. How to test your exercise? With this button. This button says ejecutar archivo or run. And here in the terminal, in the console, you will see your exercise, the execution of your exercise. So say, please give me the first number, write a number like 5, enter, press the enter key, enter, write the second number, 4. The addition of the numbers is 9. The addition of the number is the result, and that's it. We finish. We did our code in the text editor. We save it. It's in desktop. We tested, and we see here the execution of the program. The first instruction, second instruction, the print, and that's it. Okay. So that is the first exercise. Now let's continue with the second exercise. Okay, second exercise, you have to open, as in Word, in PowerPoint, whatever, a second exercise. Click here, nuevo archivo or new file, save it, save file, save as exercise 2.py. It means that it's a Python file. Hashtag in order to describe what your algorithm or program is about. This algorithm does the finds out the area and perimeter of a rectangle. Okay, so what do you need here? Well, you need the height, you need the width, so you need to ask for the width and the height. You need to calculate the area, so you need to know the formula of the area. You need to calculate the perimeter, and you need to print or to show the area and the perimeter. Okay, so first of all, the height. We are going to call height. We are going to call our first variable height. That is the name that I'm going to provide to my program. Remember that you can call your variables as you want, but it's preferable to give appropriate names to your variables according to the purpose of the algorithm. So here we are going to do something different, something a little different from the previous exercise. And what is that? We are going to combine the function input with the function print. So instead of having two instructions and two variables, text1, number 1, instead of having two instructions, two variables, we are going to combine this into just one instruction. So how to do it? We are going to write int of what? Of input. Input of what? Input of please give me the height of rectangle okay. So what we did here is combine the two instructions in just one and just have one variable. Okay, so we did something like this. We know that with the instruction input you ask for information, input quotation marks, input parentheses quotation marks the message, we ask for information, we store the result in a variable, and with int integer we know that we can convert a variable into an integer and we store in a variable too. So we combine this, that is variable 1, look, variable 1 is input parentheses quotation marks message close quotation marks close parentheses variable 1. We are going to combine in this int parentheses, what is this? Input parentheses open quotation marks message close quotation marks, close the parentheses of this and close the parentheses of the int. That was the thing that we did here. Input, please give me the height of the rectangle, and this is inside the int function. Okay, let's do it with the width, but we are not going to do it again. Just Ctrl C, copy, Ctrl V, and we change obviously the name of the variable. It's going to be width. Please give me the width. Okay, now what? Well, now we ask for information. Okay, now we need to do the calculation. Area is gonna be what? Height. Okay, height times width. Okay, guys, pay attention to this. A mistake that is common that the students make is this. A student, for example, instead of writing height GTH, write something like this, HT. This is not a problem, okay? You can call your variable as you want, but the problem is that you call it in this way, HEIGHT, and here you call it HEIGTH. Okay, so you are going to have a problem. Why? Because this is a variable and this is another different variable. Python tells you, my friend, I don't know that variable is an indefinite name for me. Why? You call it with GHT and here you call it with JTH. Okay, so keep the same name to your variables. Got it? Now perimeter is gonna be perimeter is gonna be 2 times parentheses height th plus width. Okay, and finally what? Finally the print. Here we are going to do something a little different in the print, and is this print parentheses quotation marks close quotation marks. Okay, here after the quotation marks we are going to do backslash and n. How to do backslash? How to do this symbol? You do it with the keys in the keyboard, alt gr, that is next to the space bar, alt gr, and the corresponding key, okay, that I think is next to the 0. Okay, that's this key. So you do this combination, you press this combination of keys in order to do this. Okay, alt gr plus this key, okay, that I think is next to the 0. Okay, and I'm going to explain in a couple of minutes what does it mean this, what does it mean this. Okay, I'm going to explain in a couple of minutes. So here you want to, the area of the rectangle is, remember, comma, area, and I'm going to copy this, and the perimeter here, perimeter of the rectangle is, and here perimeter, okay, and that's it, we finish. Save our exercise and we test it. Guys, something, we can clean this space. Okay, how to clean? CLS. CLS means this command. CLS means clear screen. CLS, this command CLS means please clear the screen. Okay, we save it and we test it. Remember, with this button, test it. Please give me the height of the rectangle, whatever number, 4, enter. Please give me the width, 5, enter. The area of the rectangle is 20, the perimeter of the rectangle is 20. So, what does it mean this? Or what is the purpose of this? So, we use this \n to have a line in blank, una línea en blanco, between the second input and the first print. So, look, here it indicates, okay, my friend, after the question, after the second question, please give me this line in black. Again, okay, my friend, please, after this message, please give me a blank line. Okay, blank line. It's just for presentation. Okay, it's not mandatory. It's just for presentation. Got it? Okay. Finally, we are going to do, well, finally no, we are going to do another exercise, and I will tell you what you have to do if you finish the 3 exercises. So we are going to do another exercise, new file, a file, save as, exercise 3.py. Okay, that's it. A hashtag in order to write what the algorithm is about. This algorithm calculates the square and cube of a number. Okay, what do we need? Well, we need to ask for a number. Okay, so it's gonna be number, it's gonna be int parentheses input parentheses quotation marks, please give me a number. Okay, then what? Then another variable that is going to be a square, and a square is what? Is the variable that is going to contain the square of the number. And what is the symbol in Python? What is the symbol in order to power a number? Okay, is this. Also, what is the symbol of exponentiation? Is double asterisk. Okay, is not this, is double asterisk. Okay, number double asterisk 2, and copy, and because it's the square and the cube is gonna be number asterisk 3. So it means that in this case, have in mind that in Python, in order to perform the operation, the arithmetic operation of exponentiation, okay, we use the double asterisk operator. Okay, and this is independently if you want to power a number to 2, power a number to 3, power a number to 1 million, whatever. The symbol is the same, double asterisk. Okay. Finally, and here we are going to use something different, or well, that's print parentheses quotation marks, and we are going to have this the square, okay, of the number, and we are going to show the original number, okay, comma, number, comma, is, comma, square, okay, and here we are going to have another print, so we are going to copy and paste it, and the cube, and the cube of the number is cube, okay. So we did here something like this. In this exercise at the end we only, well, we use two print functions, but in the print we use something like this. The square of the number, we show the original number, is the square, and in a second line the cube of the number, the original number, is the cube. Messages within quotation marks, variables without quotation marks, and you join message and variables with commas. Got it? Save your file. We can clear the screen, CLS, execute your code. Please give me a number, 5, enter. The square of the number 5 is 25, the cube of the number 5 is 125, and that's it. Remember that you can have a blank line here between the question and the first print, and between the first print and the second print. How? With \n. Look, again, save, test it again. Please give me a number, 5, you, look, a space and a space, and that's it, and we finish. Okay, so guys, if you finish these exercises, these 3 exercises, and if you have enough time, so it means that you have more time in class, you can continue with exercise 4, exercise 5, and exercise 6. Where are they? So you go to resources, in your computer, resources. Here, well, I have in Dropbox, but in your computer you have in resources, and the name of the document is called Python First Steps Anaconda IDE. This is the name of the document. You open this document, and if you see at the beginning is the things that we did at the beginning of the class. First exercise, second exercise, third exercise, and here you have the 4th exercise. Look, 4th exercise. Okay, you just have to do this in Python in another practice 4 or exercise 4, and read this in order to understand what is about the 4th exercise, 5th exercise, 6th exercise. Okay, and here you have some theory about the operators. Okay, so again, if you have finished the 3 exercises from this video, open this document that is in resources. Open this document and continue with exercise 4, exercise 5, and exercise 6, and that's it. Okay guys, it was a pleasure to be with you. See you next time. Bye bye.